Okay, thank you, thank you. Can you hear me now, members?
I think you're good. Proceed.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Josephine Dinda from Mombasa. And as I had said prior, I am a counselor psychologist. And I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the LSK. And most of the president I've seen run up and about, making sure that the citizens of Kenya acquire justice which they require. And that was very good. And I would say, being a leader of the Union of Psychologists, I will also promise that we are willing to work hand in hand with the LSK to ensure that the families which have been aggrieved, they will be supported psychologically and emotionally. We will be committed to that. So the LSK should not shy off from reaching out to us as psychologists and joining hands with us to work hand in hand. As also they strive to make things happen right for us as a country and they empower us. They also need us to come in and do debriefs for them. Also, as our lawyers who have been committed to ensure that the public interests are properly met. And for that reason, we also want to guarantee that will be available. Once you reach out to me, I'll ensure that the counselors are available to offer the services and do what we can do for our country. Let everybody, every professional who knows what they're supposed to do and what they can give back to our country, get committed to that, and we join it up as a collective bargaining for all of us to ensure that the people who have been aggrieved, they also get their rights. I wouldn't shy up also to say that we would be having some information as well, and also some evidences to give when need be. You should also not shy off from asking us to give you the information, and provided our details are covered, so that we also ensure that the evidence which is required will be available and all the necessary actions needs to take place. The other thing I want to speak about, several speakers have spoken about it, and I want again to bring it up, is that the essential documents which as a citizen of Kenya, you are expected to have them. They have become a nightmare to get them. You pay for them online and you're expecting them to get them the soonest possible, only it will take you 6 months, 1 year, 3 months, 4 months without getting such documents. Yet we know that the jobs in our country are scarce, and then any opportunity which comes up, people should compete for that opportunity. But now you do not have a certificate of good conduct. Maybe you do not have an ID. What do we expect out of you? Again, another thing we are seeing, especially with the IDs, once a Kenyan citizen is given an ID which expires in 10 years or in 5 years, what does that suggest? That suggests this person is limited to voting. So they may not be allowed to vote because their IDs are about to expire. I don't think there's anyone who will expire from being a citizen of Kenya for them to be issued with an expired ID. We also really request the LSK to take up this matter and look forward on how it can be reversed. The issues of good conduct, we need to get the good conduct within 24 hours, because once you submit all your details online, I don't understand why it has to take 3 months, 6 months for you to get an essential document. The same thing applies to passports. You apply your passport and it takes you years and centuries. The issue of corruption, I've seen also the registrar of trade unions actually telling people, you can go to court because I cannot do this or the other. I am busy going out there for trainings and seminars. Is she employed to do that? And she tells you openly that I'm not going to do anything if you don't go to court and the court reprimands me. Only for her to attach in documents in the court saying since the year 2022, she has not done any work, she is overwhelmed, but she's moving from one town to another, going for seminars. Honestly, and telling, and you see, with such a case, obviously the government will be defeated. That's again our money being used because we have an officer who is in office, not in dispatching our duties, and now is being paid with the taxpayers' money, and she's basically doing nothing, not working, and is telling people go to court so that the court can give you the orders, and then I can effect them. The orders issued by the court, they don't come even for free. There are also orders that for cost of the suit, and all that duration that you've taken to drain people's energy. What happens to that? All this is our money, which is being misused by an officer who is being paid with taxpayers' money. We want to see such people being evicted from our offices, and we need an honorable place whereby any citizen of Kenya, when they walk into an office, a public office, they will be treated with dignity, and within the shortest time possible, they get the documents that they require, and they also get away with everything that they need. At the same point, I would want to encourage so that all the offices of the cabinet secretaries have a toll-free number whereby any citizen who discovers or monitors anything that is suspicious to corruption, they can report in direct to the cabinet secretary. The same thing I would advise also the office of the president to establish at least two toll-free numbers whereby he should be given an update of what the Kenyans have said during the day, what challenges are happening in the country. And that with that, we will be having an honorable country where people can be served with integrity and respect. Anybody who is found actually collecting money from a mere citizen, then for them to offer services, then they need to face the law. It's very important. We know that this is the only country we have, and we do not have any other country. So we need to make our Kenya a favorable place for every citizen to live for us and for our generations to come. So let's take in consideration that we also want to see a situation whereby when tenders are being dispatched, they are not being dispatched to one similar company. We need to see how many companies have won these tenders and what was the merit and who have received these tenders. We need also to see to it that if this company have supplied this particular item at this particular area, let another company be given that opportunity to supply, so that also we circulate it in a brotherhood and sisterhood, everybody to have something on their table, but not actually everything being focused and directed to the same people. I remember in the finance bill, there was an act whereby they were requesting the civil servants to be allowed actually to participate in acquiring tenders. That will be the worst thing that will be doing to this country, and that should not be accepted. If you want to do business with the government, leave the government. If you want to remain as an employee, work and let other people also get something, because this country is for us all. And the majority of us do not have jobs, and they need these jobs. They need to be given the jobs. So let's champion that, and let's look at it. And this unit that we've shown, it has to progress. And even our forthcoming generations will ever say that this is the best thing we ever did for this country. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. I really appreciate, and we are committed to actually take care of our citizens psychologically and emotionally and physically. We are there for you. Reach out to us and we'll give you the support that you need. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Josephine. I think many Kenyans will agree that expiring IDs should not be a thing, an ID should be a lifetime document. Then there's so many bureaucratic processes in these offices. Not just